好，我是光启社的社长马绍阿基，欢迎您收看这一周的教宗新闻罗马主场 Rome Report。在新闻的首先要带您来关心新冠肺炎大流行期间，自然界的呼声、野生生物等再一次开始受到了尊重。全球天主教气候运动行政总监汤马士·伊苏亚表示，在疫情出现之前，既有的一切很坏，我们反而视之为日常。包括破坏地球、伤害穷人、随手即丢的文化，在社会及经济各层面蔓延。而现在，世界得到了新机会，去忘记旧日一切，与自然界及深受危机影响的穷人，都要一起重新与地球和好。
During the coronavirus pandemic, nature sounds and wildlife have begun to be appreciated once again. As restrictions ease, people head outside and are finding a different world waiting for them. Tomas Insua with Global Catholic Climate Movement insists the pandemic lining up with the 5-year anniversary of Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si is no coincidence.
We have these two crises simultaneously. One is acute and extremely fast, happens in a matter of days, weeks, months. The other one is as bad or even bigger in other dimensions. It's just a chronic disease. It takes more time. It develops over years or decades. But they're both as bad.
He is watching how governments and countries respond to the crisis, explaining that they shape how the globe will be when people can once again go out as they did before. Tomas said these government responses must include ecological consideration.
We know that the old normal before the pandemic was a bad normal. We know it was a normal that was destroying the earth, was harming the poor, was this throwaway culture was so pervasive across all sectors of society and the economy.
Tomas asserts the world has been given a new opportunity to forget the old normal and find harmony and peace with nature, as well as those suffering the most from both crises, the poor.
On one side, of course, there's huge and absolutely horrible suffering, untold suffering happening with this crisis. But it's also an opportunity, as the Pope says very clearly, it's an opportunity for a new start. And actually, the way we choose to recover from this pandemic crisis will have enormous consequences in terms of the ecological crisis.
He hopes many others will also see the opportunity for a new start following Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si. It explains that humanity must be seen as a whole, since God, man, and nature are all connected.
6月20号是联合国制定的世界难民日。根据最新的报告，全球有7950万人被迫逃离家园。教宗方济各建议大家反思耶稣的经历，以及他们一家人尝到被迫流放的苦涩。
On June 20th, the UN will celebrate World Refugee Day. According to its latest report, 79.5 million people worldwide have been forced to flee from their homes. It's an unprecedented number. For the occasion, the Vatican has released a video message from the Pope. In it, he explains the theme of World Day of Migrants and Refugees, which the Church will celebrate on September 27th. Pope Francis recommends reflecting on Jesus' life, whose family also tasted the bitterness of forced exile.
Ho scelto come titolo del mio messaggio come Gesù Cristo costretti a fuggire, collocando al centro della mia riflessione l'esperienza di Gesù bambino, sfolato e profugo assieme ai suoi genitori.
The Church first designated a day dedicated to refugees and migrants in 1914. It is celebrated on the last Sunday in September. That day, Catholics are invited to consider the situation of those affected and to look for solutions.
6月24号，教宗方济各在宗座大楼图书馆的要理讲授，特别慰问在墨西哥瓦哈卡7.5级地震当中的受难者。他在讲授有关祈祷的要理，要大家反思达味的榜样。旧约标炳的君王达味，教我们反省人生表里不一的矛盾，同时也指出了通往救赎的途径。
Pope Francis sent a message to Mexico after the 7.5 magnitude earthquake in Oaxaca.
Ayer, un violento terremoto azotó el sur de México, causando algunas víctimas, heridos y enormes daños. Rezamos por todos ellos. Hermanos y hermanas, les estoy muy cercano.
Pope Francis continued his catechesis on prayer. He recalled the example of King David. The important character from the Old Testament is a reflection of the incoherence in each person's life. However, he also shows the path of salvation.
Davide santo prega, Davide peccatore prega, Davide perseguitato prega, Davide persecutore prega, Davide vittima prega. Anche Davide carnefice prega. Questo è il filo rosso della sua vita, un uomo di preghiera.
According to Pope Francis, prayer ennobled King David's heart and helped him repent and always return to the right path.
In mezzo alle 1000 travessie della vita, buone o cattive, ma sempre la preghiera. Grazie Signore, ho paura Signore, aiutami Signore, perdonami Signore.
Before concluding his general audience, the Pope said goodbye, as he will be taking vacation in July. Pope Francis won't leave Rome during these hot weeks, but he won't hold any public meetings other than the Angelus on Sundays.
在新冠肺炎疫情流行期间，很多的人失业，收入减少，而慈善的工作也相应的增加了。位在罗马的圣若瑟市集，从3月开始为社区内有需要的人服务，而他们的使命是：当还有穷人需要照顾，我们就不能停止。
During this time, when many are out of work and budgets are getting tighter, charitable acts are increasing as well. Such is the case with San Giuseppe Market in Rome. It started in March to cater for the most needy in the community. Their motto is, "We can't stop when there are poor to welcome."
È importante per non farli sentire soli perché
It's important people don't feel alone. It's a difficult moment for everyone. I think it is the ultimate challenge for those already suffering for other reasons. Feeling the closeness of others is fundamental because you feel encouraged to move forward. Hope is part of being Christian.
All items are donated and picked up from grocery stores by young volunteers each night. Then they are brought to the parish, organized according to object and distributed 3 times a week. Parish pastor Father Bogoni says the charity work helps in another area, listening.
È importante l'ascolto.
Listening is important, even if it's annoying and tiresome, even when you can't understand who is sincere and who is taking advantage of the system. Regardless, we must be willing to take that risk.
In their first 2 weeks since opening, they helped 120 families. The volunteers also noticed trends in who was coming to the food shelter.
molti uomini che vengono a chiedere questo.
There are many men who come to ask for help. This is an important statistic to consider. Some have lost their jobs. Others are living in a situation of separation, and they can't make it to the end of the month because they have to provide for their children. It is difficult, but they are asking for help. There are so many sad stories.
Una giovanissima professionista.
A young professional whom I have known for a short time called me. He said, "I'm out of money, I'm out of a job, and I can't eat." So I invited him to come and get the food pack. We are here to help. So poverty is not only not having a house. There are many stories that are unimaginable.
While they don't know how long the crisis will last, the volunteers insist they will remain open as long as possible. It's their way to give back and care for their neighbor, especially in life's most difficult moments.
在未来的7个月之后，罗马的街道到处都会见到鹅卵石计划的工程。过去因为下雨天让鹅卵石路面变得湿滑，常常造成汽车和电单车的事故。罗马市长弗吉尼亚拉哲表示，这项工程会在威尼斯广场、圣马可广场以及天坛广场来率先进行。
For 7 months, this is what the streets of Rome will look like as planned cobblestone is underway. Streets are getting made over to ensure safety for travelers, since in the rain, roads become slippery and cause car and motorcycle accidents. Rome's mayor Virginia Raggi posted that apart from ripping up the cobblestones, the project includes the remediation of the rainwater disposal system and adapting the sewage systems. But before that can happen, all the cobblestones must be cleared out.
We tore them up to redo the pavement. We put reinforcement under the street, and then we will relay each and every cobblestone. We will replace them from where we took them.
The work is taking place in Piazza Venezia, Piazza San Marco, and Via de Araceli, falling in line with new stops for Rome's Metro C.
There are some holes in the road, so we're fixing it all up. The end product will surely be better than it is now.
Many Romans are pleased with the project and the upkeeping taking place in their home country.
Surely it's an improvement to the city that will help traffic. Especially in Rome, there's a lot of scooters, motorcycles, and bikes. It helps those who live in Rome work and travel through the day. For Rome, cobblestones are like a piece of Roman history. Aesthetically speaking, the cobblestone is nice, but when it rains, it's not like asphalt. With streets made of cobblestones, people can slip because of the material.
That's why this project is taking place, first and foremost to keep people safe and have better drainage in the streets, and secondly to maintain the centuries-old cobblestones that make up the historical part of the city.
感谢您收看这一周的教宗新闻罗马主场 Rome Report， 我是光启社的社长马绍阿基，我们下一周再会，祝福大家平安喜乐。
You're just okay. No, not okay.
他就是还蛮凶的，就是他人其实很好。时间到了，然后才来一半，然后他就说：“你们赶快去叫他。如果你们都没有来的话，我们就不要弥撒了。”这样子。
这些小朋友的，我只有一个希望，你们长大以后做好人吧。威廉，你会吗？妈妈，你会吗？你会做一个好人吧？对。Oh my God！
光启社需要您的支持与赞助，可使用邮政划拨汇款，收款户名财团法人光启文教视听节目服务社，邮拨账号00035511。本节目由光启社媒体福传以爱还爱影音工程计划赞助播出。2020年耶稣会士南怀仁传需要您的支持与赞助，请扫描影片中的 QR code 或电洽0227712136转200。您的支持是我们继续前进的动力。